She was a rising star in the US Navy and even went to nuclear power school. But 5 years later, this is the picture everyone uses when talking about Emily DeFries, accused of one of the most horrible crimes a mother can be charged with. Pat Lalama has new details on her arrest and her blockbuster trial.
Go, Anna. Go, Anna.
A child's sweet voice. A mother's pure joy.
I'd be driving and she would say, "Mommy," and I would turn around and she would just smile. She'd brighten everybody's day.
But 20-month-old Anna Bell would be forever silenced by tragedy.
Norfolk 911, what's your emergency?
My stepfather fell down the stairs.
Little Anna Bell, dead under the watch of her daddy Brandon's fiancee, Emily DeFries. The details of the horrific case making headlines in Virginia and sparking public outrage.
I don't know what happened. That's what a Norfolk stepmom said when she denied killing her fiance's daughter.
Anna's lifeless body discovered at the bottom of this 13-foot staircase. Blunt force trauma to her skull, her tiny arm yanked from its socket, her small frame riddled with bruises.
She had that arm fracture. She had bruising behind her ears, bruising on the bridge of her nose.
Emily DeFries was the only adult in the home of her fiancé the day Anna died. She's an immediate suspect.
Do you understand the back of her head is smashed in? Yes.
Under interrogation by police, Emily insists she found the child at the bottom of the steps, denying any involvement in Anna's death to dubious detectives.
Anna did not walk to the top of them stairs, and Anna did not fall. You placed her at the bottom of those stairs.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did.
Under the glaring suspicion of police, Emily portrays herself as a loving mother to her own young son and a devoted role model to her fiancé's children, little Anna and her 8-year-old sister.
I loved my life. It was amazing having both of them.
Yeah, and you know what? As a mother myself that has little ones at home, it can get overwhelming.
It wasn't.
Emily, come on now. It is time for the lies to stop.
There's nothing that I am lying about.
The
I
medical
don't know what
examiner.
happened to her.
Text messages shortly before Anna was found dead between Emily and Brandon show all was seemingly under control in the home as she cared for the 3 children. Got the kids watching Curious George and I'm doing my unemployment claim. Good. Curious George is a kid magnet.
She had absolutely no prior record whatsoever. She had been honorably discharged and served exemplary with the United States Navy. Nothing in any way, shape, or form could have predicted or hinted that she was capable of such an event.
And during that 911 call placed by Emily,
How would you describe her breathing?
I don't know.
That 911 call displayed emotion, displayed fear, displayed unawareness of how this had happened.
but Anna's biological mother, Heather, had her concerns about Emily's treatment of Anna.
I noticed months before she passed away, she was very clingy to me. I could tell something was off. Like, I would tell people at work, something's going on over there. Like, Anna's coming back with bruises, bloody nose. I asked my older daughter if there was things going on, and she didn't like going to her dad's house because she said that Emily was mean.
Heather does admit to Crime Watch Daily that Anna had fallen down steps in her own home. In fact, her child was prone to falling. Daycare records recount 3 occasions in a 6-month period. Writes one caregiver, Anna climbed in the high chair, and before I could get to her, she fell and hit her head. A second incident, she fell, causing her to hit the side of her face. And a third, Anna fell off the chair and got a red mark on the left side of forehead. On each occasion, the injuries were minor. But in the case of her death under the care of Emily, a smashed skull, an arm pulled from its socket. Emily was indicted by a grand jury and charged with murder. Once her trial began, her defense attorney James Broccoletti stunned the courtroom with his theory of who killed baby Anna. And it wasn't Emily.
There's only 2 people that are in the house that are physically capable of that, Emily and the 8-year-old.
Broccoletti shockingly points to Anna's 8-year-old sister as the ruthless, cold-blooded child capable of beating her baby sister to death. He placed the little girl in front of the jury to prove his point.
But we had to get the jury to see that, number one, from a physical standpoint and from a stature standpoint, that she had the sufficient strength and ability to commit such an act.
The big sister insisted Broccoletti had a history of violent outbursts aimed at Anna.
My feelings towards Emily blaming my oldest daughter for Anna's death, I just knew it was a lie. Like, you're coming up with lie after lie.
Prosecutors argued it was Emily who murdered the child and staged her body at the bottom of the steps to look like an accident. The motive, prosecutors theorized, Emily had just gotten engaged to Brandon the night before and was distracted with wedding plans. Anna got in the way. The jury found Emily guilty of second-degree murder, but compromised on the sentence. She got 20 years. It could have been 40.
If Anna had to sacrifice her life and she only got to live 20 months, I don't see why she shouldn't have had served the full time.
When the jury came back with 20 years, I was very surprised at that. And it indicated to me some sort of compromise that had been reached in the jury room.
As for Brandon, he stuck by Emily's side for a time, refusing to believe his beloved fiancée murdered his little girl. He even tried to raise funds for her defense with a GoFundMe page, writing, "I'm trying to collect money from my fiancée. She is wrongfully accused." That romance has since fizzled as Emily lives her life behind bars. Emily is appealing, but for now, the doors of justice have been closed. For Heather Bell, the wounds are still wide open.
And I hope one day, when it is my time to go to heaven, that God will tell me why it had to happen. People tell me you can't hate, you have to forgive, but I'm only 2 years in, and I don't even like calling her by her name. The name I give her is Evil Witch.